Hi Leo, welcome to your mid-August horoscope and tarotoscope. I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit hoarse. I've been getting all of these out and my throat is sore. So, the new moon in your sign. It's around the 18th, 19th, depending where you are. And this is your new beginning. This is where you look to the moon and you decide what it is that you would like to start, what it is that you would like to initiate, what it is that you'd like to begin, what fresh energies you'd like to draw into your life. Really take the time to sit with your dreams, with your ideals, and really focus. And don't waste them either. You know, with the new moon, I see people try and manifest a specific person that's unhealthy or a specific job that doesn't actually or would not align with what it is that you really want to achieve. So one thing I will say about the new moon is try to go a little bit general with your manifestations. Try and focus on the feeling that you want to emulate. You say, I want a job that makes me feel this way. I want a job that pays this. You know, rather than get focused on a specific company or whatever. You know, a lot of getting what's right for you is being flexible and leaving a bit of room to wiggle. Just saying. So this is a new moon for you. It's your annual new moon. Don't waste it. It's a beautiful new moon as well. It's very creative. It's very exciting. It's coming into a bit of conflict with Saturn in the 6th. So especially if you're trying to manifest work, you know, do have a bit of a blueprint in your mind about what kind of job you want, what kind of work you want, if that's what you're trying to manifest. If there's changes that you want to make in work, you know, take what applies, what way you want to feel about it, what you want to manifest into it. If you want to even get fit, whatever it is, you know, the Saturn aspect can often make people feel a little bit pessimistic, a little bit doubtful. So one thing I'm saying to a lot of the signs is listen to that voice of doubt, not because it's right, but because you need to talk back. You need to tell it to shut up. You need to tell it where to go. You need to tell it that it's not accurate. It's not right. Why should that little voice of doubt in your head be true rather than your intuitive knowing that you deserve the best? So let's see what we've got going up for you in your cards. Knight of Wands. That's your energy. Empress. Beautiful. And final card, the High Priestess. Okie dokie. And underneath the Page of Pentacles. So there's the work element to this too. So the Knight of Wands and the Empress is so fascinating to me. I remember reading opinions on it as a pair because it was kind of conflicting in terms of energies. Really, it is when somebody realizes their worth or somebody understands the worth in someone else. You know, this is kind of when you meet someone and you say, this is a keeper. This is somebody that I really want to invest time in. This is someone that I really want to work with. This is somebody that I really could see a future with, even if that wasn't what you were setting out to look for. Or it can be that you finally realize your worth in the face of somebody who's just taking you for a ride, that kind of thing. For a lot of you, I can see some of you are turning your back on someone who's a bit of a playboy. You know, the Knight of Wands. Some of you are just done with that side of life. Some of you are done with being that person. I think a lot of you are looking for something that is more emotionally abundant, something that provides you a sense of, you know, almost like this beautiful aroma in your life, someone that's like this sweet smell, someone that's very loving, very generous. You just adore them. They're your kind of person. I think a lot of you are either moving away from a period of frivolousness, you know, shallowness. Maybe it's somebody that is shallow, somebody that is unhelpful, somebody that's kind of just, you know, selfish, actually, is one thing that I want to say about this. You're either turning your back on someone like this or you're moving away from that side of you. You know, fire signs oftentimes have to come to a very staunch awakening in terms of their fieriness, which can be selfish. You know, you can burn people But I think for most of you, it's really accepting your worth and knowing your value and knowing that there's better things ahead. So for many of you, I feel like you could be dealing with somebody coming into your life, if it's a new relationship, that's very attractive, someone who's very powerful, someone who really knows themselves, someone who's very, I think for a lot of you, this is someone who's very much in their divine feminine energy, and that can go either way for gender. Someone that's okay with emotions, they're okay with listening, they're okay with compromising, that kind of thing. I also think for a lot of you that if this is to do with work, some of you are having opportunities to relocate or travel, and you're being asked to really go with your intuition on this with the High Priestess. So the High Priestess as a card, and you know, this kind of makes sense, I suppose, with Venus being in Cancer, which is your 12th house, and the Empress rules Venus, and the High Priestess is the 12th. So your cards are reflecting the astrology, Leo. But what it's actually saying to you is to trust your intuition in terms of love, but accept that you don't have all the answers yet. There's a bit of a mystery going on with you, and it could be that you're just unsure about what's going to happen next. There's no real, for a lot of you, there's absolutely no indication of what's going to be. For a lot of you, there is a bit of an awakening in terms of your worth. So the Empress is very abundant, it's very beautiful, it's very much to do with fruition. And with the Knight of Wands, I just can't help but feel like for some of you, there is someone who really thinks that you are a 10 out of 10, or they really think that you are worth having, you know, someone that really, and they make it clear, I think, well, actually, maybe they don't make it clear with the High Priestess, but, you know, someone, if this is somebody new you're dating, you just feel like they're the one, or you just feel like they're amazing, or you just feel like they're so beautiful, or they're like such a catch, or whatever, or they feel that way about you. With the High Priestess, that is interesting. I'm going to clarify that, actually. Let me see. High Priestess. 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. So underneath King of Cups, you could be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But Pisces is quite strongly represented here, actually. 9 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. There is some inner work to be done. High Priestess and the 9 of Pentacles. There is some inner work in terms of, let me say, a dented intuition. Okay, so as much as I'm saying, you know, there's somebody that really thinks you're the bee's knees, they think you're really attractive, whatever that is, with the 9 of Pentacles and the High Priestess and the Empress and the Knight of Wands, be careful, Leo, of people that play to your ego but aren't necessarily showing up for you. You know, people that say all the right things but don't show up. People that say they're one way and then turn out to be another. Be mindful of that. And I'm not saying to any of you that that's exactly what's going on, but going forward in your life, be it in friendship, be it in love, be it in business, watch out for smooth talkers. Watch out for people that say they're very loving and kind and all these different things, and they like to be honest, and then you catch them texting somebody else. Do you know, stuff like that? Like, just be mindful of that. You don't want that sort of thing in your life. Take people by their actions rather than their words. Take people by their vibes as well. I feel like for a lot of you, you have a dented intuition because the vibes were really off with somebody in your past, but they said all the right things, so you kind of negated it. You kind of just said, well, that I'll see. I think for a lot of you, it was a fire sign, to be honest. I think for many of you, it was an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And I think could have been a Libra or Pisces, but I think for a lot of you, there's a need to really trust your intuition, and trusting your intuition in the sense that it's not fear, right? It's kindness. So your intuition will say, look, I think you deserve a bit better than this. There's something not quite right. You know, look after yourself. Your intuition won't suddenly say, oh my God, this person's gonna kill me, you know, out of nowhere. Like if they're out at the shop, like if they're at Tesco's or something. I don't know. But that was dramatic. But you guys you can roll with dramatic. I think what I'm meaning to say, Leo, is that you have to be careful that, you know, the fear isn't overriding something, but you're not ignoring your intuition about people. But what I actually see is that this is all happening in reverse. I feel like a lot of you are coming to terms with the fact that you have to put yourself first in terms of what you deserve. You know, as I say, these Knight of Wands characters can be very attractive in the beginning, but they don't always last. And you're an Empress here. You know, you're moving into a period where you want abundance. You want someone who's emotionally available and secure with the King of Cups here. And if that's what you're looking to manifest, you know, make sure you're not wasting it on somebody like that. Make sure that you're manifesting someone who's strong, kind, loving, loyal, whatever it is. You know, make a list and follow your hunches. Go for gold is what I want to say here. And if you are enjoying a new love relationship that is really, really loving and beautiful, keep your sense of self anyway. That will do no harm. Know that you deserve the best and be willing to walk if they drop the ball. So I love you guys very much, and I will see you soon. Bye, Leo.